Hi guys, welcome back for another grammar lesson. Today we're going to concentrate on what are known as gerund and infinitive verbs. And just as a reminder for those that may have forgotten, an infinitive verb is what's known as its base verb, so an unmodified verb. There's a rule, and there's also a reason why we're discussing this. There's a common mistake that I'm seeing to address this, because this is actually a common mistake that I see throughout our writing, not just in my own classroom, but in previous ones. So first, I'd like to discuss the rule with gerunds and infinitives. So the rule is such that you cannot use an infinitive and a gerund in the same sentence. The two will not agree with each other. You're probably wondering what a gerund and an infinitive are, and you'd like to see some examples, and we're going to go ahead and look at that. But looking first at a gerund, it's simply a noun or a verb where you attach the ing ending to it. So I give some examples here. So I have shop, which is actually both a noun. A few examples. In the first example here, I have shop. This is a noun. Now, if I were to create a gerund and attach ing to the end, don't forget, because it is a CVC word, I have my vowel consonant. I do need to double that final consonant. I would put shopping. Now I've got the gerund. Like I went shopping. I went shopping. And then ski, which is actually both a noun and a verb. So to ski, or I went skiing. Snowboard is also both a noun and a verb. So let's say I like snowboarding. That would be the gerund. Swim. So I enjoy. Oops, I forgot to double that final consonant. So swimming. So these are examples of some gerunds. Let's go ahead and take a look at some infinitives. When you're dealing with infinitive verbs, you will need to attach to plus the base verb. So we have the same examples that I used with the gerunds. I have shop. So if I had shop and I didn't want to use the gerund version where I was attaching ing, instead I would say she likes, to, right? And then shop. And then shop would be the infinitive form of my verb. Even though technically it's a noun, like a shop is a store that you can walk into, like I went to visit the shop, but the way it's being used now is it's being used as a verb. Ski, so I like, instead of the previous example where I had skiing, I could change it to the infinitive where I say I like to ski. Same thing with snowboard. Whereas in the previous one I said, I like to go snowboarding. Instead I can say snowboard. If we wanted to stick with the infinitive, we can say, I like to snowboard. And for swim, I could say, he likes to swim. There's plenty of other better sentences you can come up with, but these are just some quick examples. Going back to our rule, just remember you cannot use both an infinitive and a gerund in the same sentence. The two will not agree with each other, okay? So I like to swim versus I like to swimming wouldn't work. So if you're going to use a gerund, go for it. If you're going to use if you're going to use an infinitive, go for it as well. Just keep in mind that they cannot coexist in the same sentence. So be mindful of that when you are writing and when you are speaking. All right, until the next one, thank you for taking part. Bye. Thank you again. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.